Hello friends, my name is Nitin Kulkarni and welcome to Building a Basic End-to-End DevOps Pipeline course. Before we begin, let's look at what exactly we are going to do and what tools and platforms we will be using as a part of this course and what our end goal is going to be. The end goal of this project is really very simple, and that is to build a basic end-to-end DevOps pipeline. This project is designed to give you familiarity with some of the tools used so that you can build more complex pipelines in the future. Let's now take a look at some of the tools and platforms that we will be using for this project. We're going to use several tools such as Java, Jenkins, Selenium, TestNG. We'll be using Maven, Git. Eclipse will be our preferred IDE. We'll be using Ansible and Docker as our configuration and image management tools. And all of our tools will be deployed on the AWS platform. Now, just a little word of caution. Because this course is not a comprehensive tools course, some familiarity about what these tools are and what role they play in a typical DevOps cycle is definitely expected. I don't expect you to be an expert in Jenkins or Docker or Ansible, but it is recommended that you know what Jenkins is, what Docker image is, what Ansible is, etc. Okay, so here is what we are going to do. I'm going to pretend that you just bought a new laptop or a desktop and you have no tools installed on your machine. So we are going to download these tools, install these tools, configure these tools, and use these tools to build a basic end-to-end DevOps pipeline. We are going to then take iterative approach to make improvements to the design as we go. Sounds good? Let's keep going. All right, it's time for us to now look at the final picture. Here is what we are going to deploy. First, we are going to download Eclipse and configure Eclipse. Then we are going to create an account on Git and create a repository over there. After that, we will configure Eclipse to communicate with Git as our source repository. Next, we will log into AWS and create 5 CentOS instances. On the first instance, we will install Jenkins. On the second instance, we will install Ansible that will act as a controller node. This is where we will create our Docker image and push it to the Docker Hub. We will then create 3 managed Ansible nodes, also known as host machines, one of which will act as the test server. This is where we will pull our image from the Docker Hub and run it. On the second host machine, we will install Selenium Grid, which will be used to test our web application. The third node will act as a production server where we will finally deploy our image. Okay, let's take a look at step 1. First, after installing Eclipse, we will create a small Maven web application project. Then we will download the Selenium and TestNG plugins and configure them in Eclipse. And then finally, we will install Git and configure that in Eclipse. Okay, now it's time to get our hands dirty. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.